Let this story wrap you in warmth and bring you restful dreams. Euphobia and Laughing River. This story is about a girl named Euphobia who discovers a magical brook called Laughing River and meets a water sprite named Geranium, embarking on an enchanting adventure. Once upon a time, in a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and blooming gardens, lived a young girl named Euphobia. She had a wild imagination and often wandered into the nearby forest, her mind filled with tales of mystical creatures and hidden treasures. One sunny afternoon, Euphobia decided to explore a part of the forest she had never ventured into before. As she skipped along the trail, singing songs only she knew, she stumbled upon a sparkling brook. A water danced over rocks and whispered stories of far-off lands. This was the Laughing River, known only to those who believed in its magic. Euphobia knelt by the water's edge, captivated by its playful currents and musical murmurs. Suddenly, a small voice called out, "Welcome, Euphobia." She looked around, but saw no one. A delicate figure emerged from the reeds. It was a water sprite named Geranium. Geranium had the appearance of a tiny, radiant girl with flowing blue hair and twinkling eyes. "How do you know my name?" asked Euphobia, astonished. "I know all who visit my Laughing River," Geranium replied with a giggle. "I can sense the dreams of those who approach." Euphobia's eyes sparkled with excitement. "Can you show me the wonders of this place?" Geranium nodded and beckoned her to follow. They ventured through the shimmering waters, passing by flowers that hummed melodies and butterflies that painted the air with colors. Geranium led Euphobia to a hidden glade where the trees whispered secrets and the breeze carried scents of unknown spices. It danced under the canopy, creating shadows that twisted like enchanted creatures. As the sun began to set, Geranium told Euphobia that she must return home. "Please come back and visit," Geranium whispered. "There are still many stories of the Laughing River to be discovered." Euphobia promised to return, her heart full of wonder, and her eyes gleaming with the secrets of the forest. That night, she fell asleep with dreams of her magical adventure, knowing that her imagination had the power to uncover the world's most marvelous mysteries. The glow glowed steadily as Rose gently suggested ways to improve the drawing while praising the effort. This honesty strengthened their friendship. As the weeks passed, the orb continued to guide Rose. She noticed how being truthful brought more trust and warmth into her relationships. One day, and while sitting in the glade, Rose realized that the orb's glow was now a part of her, a testament to the honesty she carried within. Lobelia appeared beside her, commending her growth and offering a friendship that would last a lifetime. From that day forward, Rose remained true to her heart, knowing that honesty was the light that guided her path. The forest, once a place of solitude, was now a sanctuary filled with friends and endless adventures. And so, Rose lived a life rich with honesty and love, always remembering the gentle wisdom of Lobelia, the forest guardian. Now, let's move softly into our next tale. Primrose and Susan, a tale of understanding. This story is about a girl named Primrose and an air elemental named Susan, who form a deep bond of understanding and save their village from a storm. Once upon a time, in a small village surrounded by lush forests, there lived a girl named Primrose. She was known for her kind heart and a smile that could brighten anyone's day. One crisp autumn afternoon, as she explored the edge of the enchanted forest, she stumbled upon something extraordinary. A delicate whisper in the wind called her name, Primrose. Bewildered, she followed the voice deeper into the woods until she encountered a gentle, gusting figure. "I am Susan," the elemental spoke, her presence as light as air. "Primrose, despite her initial astonishment, greeted Susan with warmth. "I have never met an air elemental before," she admitted. Susan explained how she had watched over the village for centuries, ensuring the weather was always just right for the crops and the villagers' well-being. As days turned into weeks, Primrose and Susan spent their time sharing stories and understanding each other's worlds. Susan showed Primrose how to listen to the whispers of the wind, to understand its tales and moods. In return, Primrose taught Susan about human emotions and the beauty of simple, everyday moments. One day, a storm threatened the village. Primrose was nervous, but Susan reassured her. Understanding is the key to harmony. With Primrose's help, Susan calmed the raging winds and dispersed the storm clouds. The village was saved. The villagers, unaware of Susan's existence, praised Primrose for her courage, but Primrose knew it was their bond of understanding that had brought peace. From then on, their friendship grew stronger, and they became a symbol of harmony between the natural and human worlds. The lessons they learned from each other echoed through the land, teaching everyone the power of understanding and compassion. The bond they formed under the canopy of the ancient trees would forever be a part of them, iced yet a beautiful memory of a heartfelt adventure. Here's another story to warm your heart. Anemone and Amaryllis on the Hills. This story is about a young girl named Anemone and a firefly named Amaryllis who explore the magical hills together, discovering ancient secrets and forming unforgettable memories. On a quiet, starry night, a young girl named Anemone sat at the edge of her bed, her thoughts drifting to the hills that lay beyond her window. The hills were not ordinary. They were alive with the whispers of ancient tales and the glow of 1,000 fireflies. Among these fireflies was one named Amaryllis, a tiny creature with wings that sparkled like the night sky. Anemone and Amaryllis had been friends for as long as Anemone could remember. Each night, when the world fell silent, Amaryllis would visit Anemone and they would share stories of the hills. Amaryllis would speak of the hidden groves where flowers blossomed under the moonlight, and Anemone would dream of exploring those places one day. One particular night, the hills seemed more magical than ever. The stars shone brighter, and the air was filled with a sweet fragrance. Anemone knew that this was the night she had been waiting for. She tiptoed out of her bed and quietly slipped out of the house, Amaryllis lighting her path with a soft golden glow. As they ventured into the hills, Anemone felt a sense of wonder and excitement wash over her. The landscape was bathed in silver light, and every step she took revealed something new and enchanting. They wandered through fields of luminescent flowers, each petal reflecting the starlight, and rested by a crystal-clear stream that sang a soothing melody. In a secluded grove, they came upon a circle of ancient stones, each etched with mysterious symbols. Amaryllis hovered over the stones, her light revealing their secrets. She explained that these stones were a portal to the past, a place where the spirits of the hills would gather to share their wisdom. Anemone listened intently, her heart filled with awe. As the night wore on, Anemone and Amaryllis continued to explore, unraveling the mysteries of the hills. They danced in the moonlit meadows, their laughter echoing through the night, and uncovered hidden paths that led them to breathtaking views. At dawn, they finally made their way back home, the first rays of sunlight piercing the horizon. Anemone knew that she would never forget this magical night. She thanked Amaryllis for guiding her, and promised to cherish the memories they had made. As she lay back in her bed, Anemone felt a deep sense of peace, knowing that she was a part of something much larger and more beautiful than she had ever imagined. From that night on, the hills were not just a distant dream, but a place where her heart and soul could always find solace. Our next story is here to comfort you. Balor and Vinka, A Tale of Togetherness. This story is about a girl named Bellflower and her air elemental friend Vinka, who explore the world together and strengthen their bond. In a quaint village nestled amidst rolling hills, there lived a gentle-hearted girl named Bellflower. Bellflower had a unique friend, Vinka, an air elemental who was as light as a feather and as swift as the wind. The villagers often marveled at their friendship, for it was uncommon for a human and an air elemental to be so close. Every evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon painting the sky in hues of orange and pink, Bellflower and Vinka would meet at their favorite spot, a large oak tree that stood proudly at the edge of the village. The tree's branches seemed to reach out to the heavens, and its leaves would rustle softly as if whispering secrets of the past. One such evening, as the gentle breeze played with Bellflower's hair, Vinka arrived with a swirl of leaves. "Bellflower, there is something magical I want to share with you," Vinka whispered excitedly. Bellflower's eyes sparkled with curiosity and joy. "What is it, Vinka?" she asked eagerly. Vinka flipped her misty wings and created a small whirlwind. Within the swirling winds, images began to form of distant lands, lofty mountains, and serene valleys. "These are places I have visited," Vinka said, her voice full of wonder. Bellflower watched in awe, feeling the cool touch of the wind on her skin. "Oh, Vinka, it's beautiful. I wish I could see them with you," she breathed. Vinka looked thoughtful and then smiled brightly. "Why not? Hold on to my hand and let the wind carry us," she suggested. In a mix of excitement and nervousness, Bellflower took Vinka's hand. Instantly, they were lifted off the ground, soaring high above the village. Trees became tiny specks below as they flew over rivers, mountains, and meadows. Bellflower felt a sense of freedom she had never experienced. She laughed gleefully, her heart swelling with happiness. Vinka guided them gently through the sky, pointing out places she had seen. They rested briefly on a cloud, feeling its softness beneath them. "Thank you, Vinka, for showing me this," Bellflower said, her voice filled with gratitude. Vinka smiled. "Together, we can explore anything," as the stars twinkled in the night sky. They returned to the oak tree. The village below was now a sea of quiet lights. Bellflower's heart was full of newfound wonder, and a deepened bond with her friend. "No matter where we go, we will always have each other," she said softly. Vinka nodded. Forever and always, hand in hand, they watched the stars, knowing that together they could face any adventure that lay ahead. Until next time, may tonight's tea stay with you.